Yo, what's up guys? You got pokeaim here with another Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee Wi-Fi battle. Today we're going to be using Mega Charizard-X. Now Mega Charizard-X, funnily enough, is a better special attacker than Mega Charizard-Y just because it does have Stab on its Dragon Pulse. And I keep saying Stab, but some people might not understand. It's the same type of attack boost. So basically a move with Stab gets a 1.5 times boost on the Pokemon. So whereas Dragon Pulse is normally 85, it's stronger on Zard-X. But yeah, it's a better special attacker because Mega Charizard-X has base 130 special attack. It can actually switch in on rocks multiple times and has Stab on Dragon Pulse. So that's really cool. Ideally, we can use it to maybe catch a Rhydon or deal with the Zapdos, deal with the Starmie. Pokemon that Zard-Y unfortunately could not deal with in this generation due to lack of abilities, lack of, basically, yeah, abilities. Drought meaning you can't Solar Beam Starmie in one turn and things like that. But yeah, if you guys missed any of my previous Wi-Fi battles, there's a playlist down below. Don't worry. I see the comments. I've been seeing the Flareon. I've been seeing the Leaf. I already gave you guys Tangela, so don't worry. You guys will be getting all the Pokemon. I'm even going to be doing some Pokemon that are not even fully evolved in some fun matches, maybe even some Little Cup Pokemon as well. But feel free to leave a suggestion down below of other Pokemon you want to see, as well as check out the team building guide. Let us get right into the battles. Alright guys, we got a game now. I very much like Zard in this game. Just Will-O-Wisp is really nice versus my opponent, and Flamethrower in general. I'm going to lead off with Charizard. It's just so good versus my opponent. I can burn Poliwrath, I can Flamethrower the... I have to be careful about that Alolan Ninetales. But, because this is a giant threat, and I don't really have much speed for it. Ideally, it's of bad nature, not timid. Well, not ideally. But yeah, if it's not timid, then I deal with it with Flamethrower. But yeah, Charizard is super good in this game. Not only does it have great resistances versus my opponent, but it also has Will-O-Wisp, allowing it to burn Poliwrath. They do have Mega Pinsir though, which is a giant threat. I think that Sandslash can win me this in the end game, but yeah, lead off a Poliwrath, nice. So they could be a Hypnosis variant, which I've seen running around, and either way, I think that burning this is so good for Sandslash in the late game. So we're going to Mega Evolve with our Charizard, not only be neutral to water, but also if we do land this, we'll basically be able to get rid of the Poliwrath, essentially. Because this is just, it just makes so much, like, basically we beat it 1v1 with half our team if it's burnt. It can't beat the Pokemon it's designed to be if it's burnt. That's what I'm trying to say there. They might throw off a Scald, throw off a Hypnosis. They do land the Hypnosis, unfortunately. I think that's just something I had to deal with. I didn't have a... Like obviously, Venusaur is immune to Sleep Powder, but not Hypnosis. But what I can afford to do here is hopefully try and burn a turn of Sleep and just go for Dragon Pulse. This is the initial turn of Sleep. They should switch out. Their Pinsir may be their Rocker, now that I think about it. But yeah, getting that burn on Poliwrath is so good for an Alolan Sandslash endgame, especially when it has such good resistances versus them. And just like limiting its switch-ins to me, so I'm okay with that. Charizard looks clean, even when it's asleep. One of my favorite Megas of all time. My two favorite Megas are Zard-X and Mega Kangaskhan. Where Zard-X is easily a top. So yeah, it brings out their Snorlax here. I'm alright. I've burnt the mandatory turn of Sleep. Now, I'm not gonna go for the risk the wake up here, especially can they get Earthquake. I'm gonna bring out my Rhydon. Yes, I'm bringing in an Earthquake week into an Earthquake week, but because they do have a Alolan Ninetales, they have Mega Pinsir. I think that rocks are just super key in this game, and Rhydon isn't key towards my endgame win. So yeah, they go for Earthquake here. It's gonna do a lot. But I take it. It's not 2 KO. Not bad. So yeah, we're going to get up our Stealth Rock here. Like I said, great for Pinsir. Great for Alolan Ninetales. Chipping away at Poliwrath as well. And I value this damage a lot. Especially because they lack superpower switch-ins. So basically after this, I can always bring out Poliwrath and do some damage. I do lack Electrode Thunder immunities, but I do have Venusaur, so I'm not as worried. Yeah, we're just going to throw off an Earthquake here. Throw off a nice little Earthquake here. Do quite a bit of damage to that Snorlax. Not even bad. Beautiful. And few things I can do. I could bring out Venusaur and attempt to Sleep Powder. I think the big one, though, is just go Poliwrath and click Superpower. I think this is definitely the better thing I can do though. So I can go Poliwrath and click Superpower. However, I'm going to double here instead of clicking Superpower into my Charizard, anticipating them to want to bring out their Executor. It makes sense. I can go for Superpower. I can knock out this. I don't think you should sack the Snorlax. It can still take a hit. Let's see if I get this play right though. They go for Self-Destruct instead. All right. Well, they had a switch in, which could have taken a hit and threatened something with Psychic. And it worked out for them. However, my Charizard did live. So, that's good. That's still good. I'm very surprised they would have just given me the Self-Destruct, though. I would never have bulked up there because Executor doesn't go down to +1 Ice Punch. But unfortunately, the aggressive play didn't work out for me. Brings out Executor here. That's alright. Their rocker is, like I said, Pinsir. I could still use Charizard and still use it to win at that. So, we'll bring out Venusaur, which they don't deal with very well at all. And I can just start spamming Sludge Bombs. They have no resistances. That's why I felt like they would have kept Snorlax, because Snorlax is a Pokemon that can still take a hit from Venusaur and self-destruct. There's Thunderbolt. They may Thunder Wave me, I guess. Be a little annoying. They may also taunt me, but like I said, they have no Sludge Bomb switchings, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, no Sludge Bomb switchings. Everything is 2-hit KO'd. Don't know what they're switching out into because it is not coming in on me. Maybe they'll go Poliwrath to pivot. Oh, they go Executor. Yeah, so I feel like this, like I said, I feel like this should have came out earlier, but this will be 2-hit KO'd or O-code. Oh, I get a nice little poison there too, so we don't have to worry about this. Now, unfortunately, they still have a few Pokemon that are still threatening. As I mentioned, that Alolan Ninetales is definitely a problem. If Charizard does clutch it though and wakes up, it can do something in this game. So I still have outs. Like, this game is not lost yet. I didn't think it was lost, period, but it's definitely not lost. I'll bring out Snorlax here. All I gotta do is chip away at Alolan Ninetales anyway, and then Lax basically, like Alolan Sandslash can win if they Mega Evolve with their Pinsir, so. I'll eat an Ice Beam as well. There we go. No freeze, thankfully. Gonna throw off a nice little Facade here. They may try and go for Hypnosis, but Facade is unresisted by their team. Yeah, maybe Hypnosis at worst. Confuse Ray, something with Roar. But I definitely value this thing being weakened, so I'm gonna try and get that clutch wake on that Poliwrath, guys. I'm gonna try and get that clutch wake. That really sucks they stayed in just to do that. Because at that point, then they brought in Executor on my Venusaur. So at that point, it didn't really help them. The burn was still really good on Poliwrath, though. Because again, Alolan Sandslash is my way of winning this game. But still. But that's why at least you guys learned that it's not always, you don't always have to predict. Though I think that in that situation I kind of wanted to, because especially when they're running around with wild Hypnosis, no Sleep Claws on this. You know, I want to limit the amount of times they can click it. You know what I mean? And what's it called? Executor has access to Sleep Powder. Goes for Nasty Plot. Facade with 2 KO this, so I'm not worried about that. Surprised you didn't hit me with another 2 Ice Beams, because that does more than potentially +2 Ice Beam. Yeah, like I said, Facade should 2 KO. Go ahead, give me this. I'll live their hit. Maybe they tried to do this to go for Hypnosis after. I'm not sure why they went, because they're not going to do that much. Like I said, 2 Ice Beams has potential to do more than a +2 Ice Beam because of the fact that each Ice Beam can crit. But yeah, go ahead and give me that Ninetales. Beautiful. I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. So they may go Poliwrath here. They may go Pinsir. If they go Pinsir, I'm self-destructing. That's just it. That's a threat. Yeah, if they, like I said, if they bring out Pinsir, I'm self-destructing here. If I live in X-Scissor, they're dying. That's the play. I want my Poliwrath to wake up. I want my Charizard to wake up on that on that Polygraph though, because then it can just win the end game. But yeah, self-destruct all in my play. I don't let them set up. It should be able to nuke them after rocks, and if it doesn't, I have Ice Shard at the back anyway. Look at Pinsir's mouth. The way it moves, kind of creepy. I'm not a big fan of Hypnosis on Polygraph either. I feel like you need Waterfall, Superpower, and Ice Punch. But then again, if you're running like a special set, maybe it's better. No, you should run like mix if anything, right? Scald, Superpower, maybe Ice Beam. I guess Hypnosis could work on that because you don't want bulk up. So maybe I'm not going to knock it until I try it. It's already worked like 3 times versus me, to be fair. Just Hypnosis being 60% accurate. It's just... that accuracy, it's really tough to get behind. The other day I missed 4 sleep powders, right? Or 3? I think I missed 4 in a 35-minute video. So like, I'm not a big fan of inaccurate moves. They may go for SD. They should know I have self-destruct though. They do go for Swords Dance. Sorry, buddy. I'm the exact same set as you. Just like you didn't want to switch on me, I ain't switching on you. No way. I am not switching on you. Go ahead and give me this Pinsir. There we go. This is why I love Snorlax. Like it means I don't have to always put Alolan Muck on my team, and it's just a good catch-all check to everything. Like I've been trying to stay away from Alolan Muck as much. And what we'll do now is we'll bring out my Charizard, because if they bring out their Electrode, I'm gonna switch. But if they bring out Polygraph, I'm gonna try and wake up, because that way I can win with the combination of this plus Venusaur. Venusaur already wins the game anyway. But unfortunately, they do bring out Electrode, which kind of presses me to switch here anyway. I'm gonna keep this thing alive. I want to try and win with it. We can sack Polygraph and bring out my Sandslash, just to click Earthquake. Electrode should always lose to Venusaur 1v1 anyway, unless it gets incredibly lucky. But they will always Thunderbolt here, I think. They may sub though, if they have like Sub-Toxic. Sub-Toxic, like Foul Play, Thunderbolt. Polygraph is going to eat this up too. This is not even a KO. Yep. Big boy. But by basically, again, Charizard didn't do much in this game, but by basically burning Polygraph, it meant that Polygraph was out of commission the entire game. That's it. Which I really like. And Charizard might still win in the end game. Like I said, what I'm going to do versus that Polygraph is I'm going to sack this Sandslash to get in Venusaur and try and wake up. I mean, not Venusaur, Charizard, excuse me. Thunderbolt's not going to do much. Maybe less than half, 40% I want to say. Yep, 40%. Earthquake should knock out Electrode. And even if it doesn't, I have Ice Shard anyway. Yep, Electrode goes down. Polygraph is going to come out. Doesn't really matter what Polygraph goes for. If it has Superpower, go for that. If it doesn't, might go for Scald. Which means that I may just be able to live anyway. I may just be able to live a Scald. I definitely should live a Scald, actually. That's Earthquake here. I won't live a Superpower, though. Don't forfeit yet, buddy. Hypnosis. Ooh, okay. I see you trying to put me to sleep. I see you. I mean, that doesn't matter anyway. I still have Mega Drain at the end of the day, and I'm always faster than even Jolly Polygraph with my Venusaur because I'm timid. But I see you, dude. That means they probably just have Scald as their attack. I kind of hope my Sandslash doesn't wait. Oh, they have Brick Break. Okay. I live it. I live that Brick Break either way. Not bad. No point in revealing I have Ice Shard. I might battle this person later. So, like, basically, if I get a second turn wake right here, there's no point in revealing. And we're going to try and bring out my Charizard, and we're going to attempt to Roost. That's the play. We're going to bring out Charizard, we're going to attempt to Roost, because we'll live 2 hits, and then we can 2-hit KO the Polygraph. And if we don't wake up, then obviously Charizard goes down, and Venusaur wins. But I want Charizard to do it. First off, I love the way Charizard looks way too much. I like how it's clearly awake there, even though you're asleep, which means, you know what that means? You're going to get this first turn wake. Yep. I felt that. Everybody, I just believed. Big Charizard getting this wake. Not bad. Goes for Waterfall. That's not going to do much because of the burn. And we can just Dragon Pulse for the 2-hit KO. Even if they hit Hypnosis, Charizard 1v1s anyway. Not bad. That's what I like to see. Go ahead, Charizard. Go ahead. It didn't matter, like I said. I just want to try and use Charizard more. This should do about 50% almost. Yep, almost 50. They finally missed Hypnosis, and Charizard is going to be able... Guys, it doesn't work that way, by the way. Pokemon does not wake up when it comes out in the Pokeball. Guaranteed. I'm just letting you guys know. It was just some garbage I was spewing that ended up working out for me anyway. Because I'm lucky. Alright, but able to knock out Poliwrath, and that's going to be game. So Charizard picking up that KO there. Nice little Dragon Pulse going around. Appreciate you. And, yeah. We're going to pause it until we find another battle. I'll be right back, my friends. Alright, guys, we got a game. Now, really, really cool team on my opponent's part. Aerodactyl, Zapdos, Blastoise, Nidoking, Snorlax, and Parasect. So we want to be careful about fighting that, we want to be careful about that Parasect, but we do have Venusaur, so that 1v1s it. Yo, basically, if I lead off a Poliwrath, he doesn't stop it. But I kind of want to lead off with my Charizard as well. Because if he leads off with his Nidoking, I can just Will-O-Wisp it and 1v1 it in regular form, I feel. We're going to go for that. Unless he's packing Rock Slide and I miss Will-O-Wisp, basically. So I don't even have to Mega Evolve. I basically Will-O-Wisp him and then go for Flamethrower. Actually, I can Mega Evolve after, I guess. It won't make a difference. Like the turn after, I can Mega Evolve. And then go for a Dragon Pulse and 2-hit KO Nidoking. Assuming they lead off with their Rocker. If they lead off with Zapdos, it's the same thing. I actually Mega Evolve immediately. But the turn one, oh, they lead off with Snorlax. Oh, that's Zapdos. Never mind. So, okay. So I can Mega Evolve here and take every hit from Zapdos, as they may very well U-turn. Flamethrower has a chance to 2-hit KO. This is why kind of Fire Blast is decent too. I'm gonna go for Flamethrower here. They don't do much to me with Thunderbolt, obviously. And Flamethrower has a chance to 2-hit KO them. It's a very low chance. After Rocks, it's a guaranteed 2-hit KO. But it does close to 50%. I win the first speed tie, if there is a speed tie. As they go for Toxic, and I avoid the Toxic, so that's very important. So I'm gonna actually take advantage of this and switch hard into my Rhydon. I do want Rocks up for Zapdos, so I can 2-hit KO them. Very sucks that they missed that. I kind of doubt they go for another Toxic. I think they go for Roost at 51%. They go for Thunderbolt, which is interesting because I'm Charizard-X. So good about Rocks here. That'll help with Aerodactyl. That'll obviously help 2-hit KO Blastoise. They don't have U-turn, so they might be Drill Peck Roost as they bring out Blastoise. Nidoking. Okay, cool. I think I'm kind of tempted to just Earthquake you. Nidoking is annoying to switch into. And Zapdos is basically in KO range of everything Charizard can go for. On top of that, like I always knock out Nidoking here with Earthquake. So I'm gonna go for it. I take their Earthquake unless they have Surf. And yeah, they're more than likely to go for Stealth Rock. So my Rhydon is at 100%. Their Nidoking is gone. I have their Zapdos in range of my Charizard. And yeah, I got Rocks for Aerodactyl as well. So things are looking good, especially if they don't Mega Evolve Aerodactyl. Like, I was willing to let them get damage on me because I have Poliwrath and Alolan Sandslash to help check Aerodactyl as well. If it's a Wing Attack, it doesn't knock out Poliwrath in full. There's the Blastoise. Oh, okay, not bad. I kind of like the idea of going Snorlax over hard into Venusaur, as I don't want Venusaur being frozen if they go for Ice Beam, and I kind of don't want Venusaur being burnt either, if I can avoid it. Whereas Snorlax is only really useful for clicking Facade and Toxic and whatnot. As they go for Scald, yeah, I don't mind them burning me either, because that means I can't be put to sleep and my Facade is stronger. What's their team? Aerodactyl, Parasect, Zapdos, Blastoise. That's it, right? Because Nidoking is dead. Snorlax, duh. Are we going to throw off a Toxic here? Yeah, because my Poliwrath is useful, just dealing with everything. If they go out into Poliwrath for their own Snorlax, it's fine. I'll actually boom. As they go Snorlax, yeah. So I'm actually going to go for Self-Destruct under Snorlax. Because this is one of the things that annoys my This is one of the things that actually annoys my Charizard. Whereas Dragon Pulse 2-hit KOs Blastoise with rocks up, and Flamethrower obviously deals a Parasect. So yeah, I'm going to self-destruct here for sure. Let's get a nice little boom off. If they go for Protect, amazing play. Like that turn. But I'm assuming they try to go for Toxic or Facade, if anything. I would have lived the Facade if they won that speed tie as well. Actually, we can see what they went for, as they died of Poison. They went for Body Slam. Alright, so Snorlax is going to go down. Beautiful. Now, a few options I have here. Well, my main one is probably going Venusaur, if anything. Because if they bring out Aerodactyl, I think Poliwrath is better. Yeah, Poliwrath is definitely the best option. If they bring out Zapdos, I can switch. If they bring out their Blastoise, I'll switch as well because I want to keep Poliwrath healthy for that Aerodactyl. If they bring out Parasect, I'll switch to Venusaur. And they bring out Parasect. So Charizard would have been the correct switch there to get the KO and be in. But because Charizard wins in the endgame, I don't need to. We'll just go Venusaur. Being immune to Spore is fantastic. They may Leech Life here, which at worst just gets off a little bit of damage on Venusaur. It's a good play though, because obviously I avoid Spore. But if not, I get a free Sludge Bomb on something. Yep. Nice avoiding. I can just go for Sludge Bomb here. If it doesn't actually manage to knock it, I think it will knock it out. But if it didn't really matter. At worst, it could Leech Life me. And now Poliwrath has a free superpower rain, pretty much. If they bring out their Aerodactyl, all I gotta do is bring out my, that's Zapdos. All I gotta do is bring out my, they definitely have Dropek. My Poliwrath. I wanna keep this thing alive because it's good for Blastoise. And Rhydon can just come in and click Dragon Tail, basically. If they go Blastoise, I get damage off on it. If they Roost here, doesn't really matter because after coming back in, they'll be in range of Dragon Balls. So I want to make it that my Charizard kind of just picks up KOs. As I do have U-turn. Surprised I didn't go for it last time. That's cool. They're more than likely going to bring out Blastoise. But at that point, I think that I can actually just sack my Rhydon to bring in my... sack my Rhydon to bring in my Charizard and click Dragon Balls twice. Pick up the KO on Blastoise. Is that even necessary? Because there's a few endgames I have here that 100% win. There's a few endgames I have that are 100% wins. They may just go for the... they may go for Ice Beam here because I went Venusaur. I'm going to Dragon Tail. I don't know if they'll always Scald because I do have Venusaur. They may even double, predicting my Venusaur. Yeah, they just throw off another Scald. That's fine. I can bring out Charizard now and go for Dragon Pulse. I'll live every hit from Blastoise and I'll 1v1 it. If I'm not mistaken. Blastoise should be 2-hit KO by Dragon Pulse after 2 turns of rocks. Actually, be pretty close, but I want to go Charizard anyway. Like, if I get 2 high rolls, I'll 2-hit KO Blastoise, and they can't knock me out. Go ahead and Dragon Balls here, my friend. That is some good damage, not bad. Not even bad. I want Charizard to win in the endgame too, if possible. So yeah, this will 2-hit KO Blastoise. That's big Charizard for you. There you go. Get out of my sight. So Aerodactyl is going to come out. Now, don't really have... I guess there's no way I can actually make Charizard do it, right? Like, there's no way I can actually make Charizard win the endgame. I was thinking I can go out into... Rhydon and sack it, but that doesn't... I mean, I already sacked Rhydon. What am I saying? I don't think there's any way I can make Charizard actually win in the endgame. I'll just Dragon Balls here. Aerodactyl's going to Mega Evolve and knock me out with Earthquake. They could go for Rock Slide and miss, though. Which I think is a misplay anyway. Earthquake hits my entire team. Assuming they have Earthquake, of course. And they're not like them Crunch Wing Attack Roost set. You always need Earthquake, though. Rhydon, Melmetal, all the Pokemon. For sure. Goes for Rock Slide. I think that was a little bit... unnecessary risk. Like I said, Earthquake knocked out Charizard, the percentage it was, and hit all my team for either super effective or neutral damage. So we bring out Poliwrath here. At the range Zapdos is at, basically, even if they have Wing Attack, it shouldn't matter. If this Waterfall does not knock out Aerodactyl, Ice Shard sweeps the endgame. And yeah, just Charizard doing the early damage on Zapdos is really important. They have Fly. Uh-oh. That's kind of bad. I'm a sack Venusaur here. Does Fly knock me out at 145 actually? Because it's significantly stronger than Wing Attack. It's not Tough Claws boosted because there's no abilities. I think it might knock me out. My gosh, it knocks me out. Okay, so we'll bring out my Venusaur here. We're going to sack it to Fly. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Poliwrath and double out to Sand Slash and go for, as they fly up in the air, and I'll go for the, Ice Punch. I think that's the play that win me the game. Because I'll bring out Poliwrath again. Let's see if they predict this. I mean, actually, why would I do that? I could just bulk up and I live the hit. Let me bulk up instead. So I can bulk up here and I live this Fly. Yeah, bulk up is my best play. Because if they actually opt to go for Earthquake, predicting me to go Sand Slash, I can't. Yeah, they go for Crunch, like predicting Sand Slash. So, I'm not. Which also leads us to believe they don't have Earthquake. Interesting. Okay, so then maybe Roost 3 attacks. So I go for bulk up here. I definitely go for bulk up again because it guarantees to live even if they're adamant. Yep. Go for bulk up again just to guarantee it. Get big on them, Poliwrath. My man. So yeah, they did actually predict my Sand Slash on the fly. Wow. My opponent was definitely trying to call my play there. The cool thing about this is also I don't let Zapdos roost on me, period. Yeah, this will not knock me out unless it crits. But because they went for Crunch, predicting my double, I don't think they have Earthquake. So they could have been Roost, Crunch, Fly, Rock Slide. Go ahead and give me that KO. Not bad. And Charizard basically weakens Zapdos to the point of, with Rocks as much as that it doesn't matter what they do. Even if they Thunderbolt here, I win. I just click Waterfall. If they Roost, I win. I have Ice Shard, so it doesn't really matter at all. They can't win at this point. They can make it a 1-0, but they can't win. Yeah, they go for Thunderbolt, picking up their KO. But my boy, Alolan Sandslash in the back, as per usual in some of these games, because this Pokemon just love picking up the slack of everyone. Gonna come in and pick up that KO. Not bad. So Charizard didn't really get a sweep, but it did damage the Zapdos heavily, meaning it wasn't a threat the entire game. Putting in range of this. I was able to get rid of Blastoise, which is amazing for Alolan Sandslash, because obviously Blastoise can take every hit from Alolan Sandslash. That was cool. In none of the games, if you guys want to try it out yourself, you may see Charizard 1v1ing Rhydon. If Rhydon tries to switch in, for example, on Dragon Pulse, it is 2-hit KO'd. If it switches it on Flamethrower after Rocks, it's also 2-hit KO by Flamethrower plus Dragon Pulse, which is pretty cool. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Of course, if you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Check out the playlist down below if you guys missed any of my previous Wi-Fi battles. Like I said, I always try to use your suggestions, and I finally got around to using Charizard where it actually did something. I think the special Charizard set is a little bit better than the mixed Charizard, because that one kind of has to depend on Outrage to do damage, which is really strong, but like Dragon Pulse means I'm not locked in. But yeah, hope you guys all enjoyed. Of course, if you did, like I said, leave a like, subscribe, check out the guide team voting. Goodbye, my friends.